Whoever's lined up should be Whisper.
We use the Apache IHATS helmet. We aren't able to wear night vision.
6 push, fucking yellow on tracker, over.
Yep. Got it.
Havoc 2, this is 2-4.
2-4's 2-7 traffic.
Be advised, we're getting, or one of my assistants is grabbing their CLS time now.
Solid copy 2-4, 2-7 out.
Immersion much?
Well, it's different than it used to be.
What?
No, I wasn't able to. Top, are you ready?
Said immersion much?
Definitely.
Just go now. 3 minutes early. Yeah. All right. Somehow I can't grab stuff.
Basically, we can pick whatever.
I think there's a spare person running around.
Pick what breeds from like 6 or 7 different.
XO, that would be the captain.
That one to say flight instruments, one to have fuel or weapons, one will have radar if you want it.
Alpha tell Private Cole that Oswald says
They're completely synchronized. Indeed. They like to dump mod packs on us at random times, so I figure you might as well return the favor.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks, Nicholas.
Did I hear Soto over here? Where was he?
He's over here, Cab.
Where's Lieutenant Hammersmain?
Right here.
So, to you, Lieutenant Hammersmain, is a hot fix like 15 gigabytes?
About 3 weeks ago.
Negative, Captain.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially with my level of
By a lot.
no.
15 gigabytes.
I was just giving him shit about it.
15
It's always the day before Task Force Bravo, too.
gigabytes.
Yeah, you have like really good internet.
Bravo's hilarious.
I mean, I got it in like 10 minutes and I got in mission. But still. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who complained, though. Let's be honest.
I complained.
I want to give you a hug.
Yeah.
What's the closest thing? Okay, that's not okay. What's his version of a hug?
Havoc 2 and Havoc 4, school circle around the first sergeant. Let's get rolling with briefing.
Havoc 2's got on top.
Before we get started with this briefing, if you're using the old Mark 318 tracers, I think they were, but the old tracers, the magazines are invisible in your gun. You need to replace them with the new PMAG tracers or something different. So check your gun and make sure that you actually have a mag visible in it, because I'm seeing at least 2 people right here that don't have fucking mag in their gun.
Close Discord.
Alright, Task Force Bravo is assembled, First Sergeant.
Alright, gentlemen. We're going to take you through this S2 brief, kind of give you the rundown on the happenings within the city over the last 48 hours, and give you guys a bit of an idea of what you're about to get into, hopefully. So the change from winning fights against NATO forces to losing up against us has taken a pretty direct toll on the insurgent leadership and their operational capabilities within the city. Local media has reported a growing level of support for coalition forces from civilians within the city, and the support for insurgents is showing initial political divide between government officials, tribal leaders, portions of the local populace, so on, but overall support is in our favor within the city at this time. After the sunset call to prayer at the mosque located within the city, The names of the fallen insurgents were read aloud. Analysts report that this is typical, as most were from this area, and it is a show of respect to their families and loved ones. However, the message that evening included a strong anti-U.S. rhetoric, demanding their fathers, brothers, cousins, so on, every swing and dip they got in their family, to take revenge against the foreign invaders, being us, calling for violent assault against anyone collaborating with the invaders and attacks against coalition forces. So basically, whoever the fuck's running that prayer call within the mosque is not a fan of us. Now, 2 local businessmen who own long-haul trucks that delivered supplies to our air base here, as well as 2 men who own construction companies that helped with some of the contracting on the air base here, have received threats over the last 48 hours. Threats on their lives from insurgents for aiding us. Now, these people have no specific ties, per se, to coalition forces. They've just aided us in the sense of contractors. But a doctor as well, only known name is Wazir, was abducted along with his family last night. Dr. Wazir is a local physician who provides medical treatment at the local hospital, and his wife works at the Ministry of Women Affairs inside the city. Now, we're unsure whether or not this abduction is related to anything he may have done to aid NATO forces in their presence within the city. S2 is going to be working on that to find out exactly what's going on with the doctor and his family, whether we can find out where he's at, so on and so forth. But basically, it does look like insurgent forces have turned somewhat against the civilian populace, or at least any civilian populace that has aided us in any way. Local police forces have also reportedly drove upon a illegal roadblock to the south of town, where several residents reported that they were being robbed by armed men dressed in police uniforms on a previously empty stretch of road. Police vehicle was overrun. The unknown assailants took the police officers' vehicle and their weapons. Note was left on one of the officers stating that all traitors will be punished, and you have been warned. You nor your family will be safe. So they're even turning against the local government at this point. So I'd say it's pretty safe to say we've got them pretty well pissed off. Now, in terms of the roadblock tonight, or this morning, there's going to be a lot of supplies moving in and out of the city. A lot of civilians within this city. You're going to have traffic flowing both ways. There may also be civilians fleeing the city due to the fighting that's recently popped off here. So keep that in mind. Just remember, we're not here to fuck with their way of lives. We're just here to keep them safe. All right, anybody got any questions?
Negative for Sergeant.
All right. Lieutenant, all yours. Good luck tonight.
Thank you, Top. Stay safe out there. Remember to engage your brain before you engage your weapon. That is all I have. Lieutenant Williams, anything before we step off?
Negative. Let's go.
All right, Captain.
I got nothing.
All right, Havoc 2 and Havoc 4 getting mounted up in the convoy. And let's get ready to step off.
Alright, 7 to 6. Tell them where you want them.
Havoc 2 is 2-3, interrogative over. Stand by 2-3. Havoc 2, going to be mounting up in the following order. 2-3 the lead Vic, 2-4, then we're going to have the RG-33 in the unarmed, 2-2, and then 2-1 the rear Vic, over.
Here's your copies. 2-3 copies, over.
2-4 copies, over. No sir, I work here. Havoc 2 will say again to clarify, Havoc 2-3 in the lead Vic, followed by Havoc 2-4, followed by our 2 HQ vehicles, followed by Havoc 2-2, and then 2-1 in the rear Vic.
Rear Vic. We're in the rear Vic.
Third armed Vic.
2-3 is 2-7, we're running with you, over.
Roger that, 2-7. Over.
7, this is 6, I'm going to do a 2-2.
Second from last.
In Vic 5.
We're in the rear Vic.
Solid copy 7. Solid copy 6.
Because I see you cutting the line.
Are you not in the command?
That's
Actually,
fine.
this is Alpha.
Go. I'll be last then. That's fine.
2-7, be advised the vehicle's falling. Going to go into the second Vic.
Breaking squelch.
Solid copy, Mike.
Romeo's in.
Oh, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah, guys in this Vic, you are allowed to get up out of this hatches, and I would encourage you to do so.
Try to rear, mate.
Havoc 2, this is 2-3 over.
Yeah, one of you.
2-3 is 2-7, send traffic.
2-7's 2-3, be advised, our Vic is full and I still got one guy outside. I'm gonna put him in the second Vic over.
Good copy, 2-3, 2-7 out.
Hold up. We might actually be out of seats. Alfie, your lovely ass.
And we're Vic 5, Lynch, if you can hear me.
Oh, vapor.
Morgan's in.
5, this is 4.
This is 2-3 all in over.
Do you have that on the long range?
Solid copy, 2-3.
Did you do this, Bravo?
This is Havoc 5 on 3-1.
Yeah,
5, this is 4 and 3-1, we're all loaded, ready to go over.
2-2-1 is all loaded.
4 out. Solid copy, 2-1.
He's already gone, he's already fucked off. LT was generous to,
Havoc 2, this is 2-4, all loaded. Good copy, 2-4.
Havoc 2, this 2-2, we're all in over.
Solid copy, 2-2.
Good job.
Havoc 2 is all loaded, over.
Good check.
Good check.
6 to 7, roll in, over.
Affirm.
How's it going, Bollinger?
Oh, not too bad. What's going with you guys?
5, this is 2. Havoc 2's all loaded, over.
Not too bad. I tried to,
Yeah, copy that.
Tonight, but it broke.
Well, that happens.
Yeah.
Havoc 2, this is 5. I need you to get last Vic 6 on convoy net. They're not being reached.
Havoc 2, this is 2-1.
2-1, Central.
Interrogative, how are we positioning
5,
the vehicles
copy,
once we
working on it now.
arrive? Or do we have assigned slots, or just find wherever we can?
But we'll figure that out with that 2-1. 2-1
are
is
you
easy to
at?
get on the convoy. Apologies, 2-6.
Hang on, I don't have a seat now.
There's room in the unarmed.
2, this is 5 on 3-1. Did they check in? I didn't hear them.
2-1, this is 2-7. Needed to check in on 5-0, over.
5-2, I don't believe they did. We're talking to them now.
Well, it's just a simple convoy net. This is rear Vic, radio check on 5-0. Last Vic, this is Havoc 5 on 5-0, roger, over. Copy, Havoc 5, rear Vic, ready to roll.
The entire fucking...
All stations on frequency 5-0, this is Havoc 5, convoy Oscar Mike. Vic 1, Oscar Mike, rolling.
Yeah, I'm actually in the RG-33 now.
Last Vic, radio check on 5-0. Roger, when we get in there, we'll figure out where we're putting all these vehicles.
Any station on 5-0, this is Havoc 5, convoy Oscar Mike, let's roll.
2 need to go one way, 2 need to go the other.
Take one, go right.
Control them both to from the same direction, then just splits off.
Maintain 50 meters dispersion and no speed higher than 55 kph. Take one, copy.
Spacing and at least 50
Last Vic, copy.
kph.
Copy.
We'll just do something like first 3 Vics on the right side, first 2 Vics, and get beside him
Last Vic to the right.
on the other side.
Take one, going off road.
Interesting route.
They just don't want to go through those tall weeds in case of an IED.
Last Vic, going off road.
we're going around the runway, but not so far out of the way that we're fucking driving an extra 2.5 clicks.
Gotcha. That's a good idea.
And unfortunately, whoever the engineers were that built the roads around this airbase were fucking retarded.
Take one back on the road.
Inside the checkpoint, we're going to have both vehicles going in, and the armed vehicles on either side of the roads. We're going to have 2 vehicles on the left of the road, 2 vehicles on the right. They're going to go through, push through to their settle points over.
2-7-2-3, stay again, over.
Right, Havoc, so what we're going to do is, when we get up to the checkpoint, we're going to have 2 vehicles left side of the road, 2 vehicles right side. We're going to push in. The first 2 vehicles are going to be left side of the road, the other 2 are going to be right side.
Off-road left.
We're going to push through and set them up in the designated areas over.
Juju copies. Juju up. 3 copies, over.
You got this.
2 copies, right side of the road as we come in.
2-4 copies, left side of the road when we come in.
And Havoc, so I don't want to have to hold your hand and guide your vehicle in like a fucking parking attendant. You guys need to find your spots over.
Last big off-road.
2-3, this is 2-4, over.
4 is 2-3, send it over.
2-3, how about you guys
Apologies
take
for
the
that.
farthest point for setting up the BIC, and we will take the closest one on the left.
Sounds good to me, 2-4. 2-3 will take farthest on the left, over.
2-4 copies out.
You gonna park the vehicle?
Well, that was more or less painless getting out of base.
2-1 is 2-2, over.
Good, tensions were high.
Remember the 2-2 is taking north to south, over.
You know what's quicker than going all the way around?
North to south, west side of the road.
Let's say again.
2-2 up.
It's quicker than going all the way around.
At least
Oh, I
we
agree.
weren't on a taxiway this time.
Mm.
Oh, Alpha, we were on the
6 Romeo .1.
Yeah.
Romeo
Six back on the road.
I have confirmed that the multi-story building on the northwest corner of the roadblock area is there, so we can proceed as planned if you want.
Okay, good copy. Let's get there and then we'll figure that out over.
Solid copy.
2-2
Guys,
is
up
2-1,
front.
send traffic over.
Go on yelling, I can't hear you.
2-2, if you want to pull your Vic in and cover it, put it into the western facing spot, we'll pull the crows around to watch the north road for you. Solid copy, 2-1. Over. Copy, 2-1 out.
District 1, going right. District 1, reducing speed, what's going on with the bridge, over.
Slow down a little bit.
District 1, going right. District 1, going left.
Alright, this is where the fun begins.
Say 10.
Okay, fine.
Last right, turn right.
This is Romeo 1.1. At this time, I just have eyes on a large number of civilians scattered throughout the town on all 4 sides of the roadblock.
Alright, good copy, Romeo.
Last right, turn right.
Probably still shell shots from last night.
All stations are through this Havoc 5, lots of civilians on the AO. Last right, going right.
Two copies.
Perfect, going right.
Eyes on checkpoint.
Copy that.
Copy that.
Hello, sir.
Perfect, reach checkpoint.
Okay.
All Vixen 5-0 convoy, halt. Walk your vehicles into the checkpoint, and this is the last message on 5-0. Havoc 5 out. Havoc 2, this is 5. Go ahead and get your guys in your defensive posture inside the checkpoint.
5, this is 2. Good copy. Doing so time now.
Popping gate. Havoc 2, this is 2-7. We're going through and opening up all the gates. You need to make sure they're closed when we set up again. Over. Two for copies over.
Actually, this is
2-3 copies over. 2-2 copies over.
Alright, let's move to the north tower. Alpha moving to north tower.
I've got a fantastic view here. Oh, there's no way we're fucking getting in there.
I love that you're staring at that.
Hey Carter, we were north tower, you were south tower.
Wait.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
2-3, this is 2-4 over.
We were the north tower.
Oh, this is some big balls.
Yeah, this is
Isn't that north? Oh, that's south.
Oh shit, this is north. My
God
bad.
damn it.
Unless we go on the outside. That's good.
Come on Carter, I thought you know directions.
No blame it on my lead.
Havoc 2 and Havoc 4, let me know when you guys are set.
No wonder.
2-4, it's 2-3, send it over.
Disregard, looks like we've already got it.
Roger, 2-3 out.
Yeah, take a left here.
Look out, LT.
What the fuck are you doing?
Make sure you're watching these civilians on the road though, just in case they try to do anything suspicious.
Yeah, I'm watching them. I was just going to say something to you about those two sitting standing over there under the tree. Nothing.
We've got 2-time civilians that are potentially lookouts, looking right in at the outpost, at the roadblock from the northeast.
Crossing.
7, this is 6. I'm on the balcony
Keep an eye
up to the northwest.
Solid copy. I'm sorting out the shit show.
2-3, this is 2-6, over.
Okay.
2-6, 2-3, send traffic over.
2-3, send me your DMR and his battle buddy up to the building to the southwest.
Havoc 2, this is 5. There are a bunch of people standing around with their dick in their hands doing absolutely nothing. Get a fucking sector and start looking down the road. We're waiting, taking way too long to get set up here.
Pull up security, let the vehicles do their thing. You don't need to stand
5, 2, good copy. Working on it. Time now.
2-3, this is 2-4.
Alright, the DMR can get on the roof if he wants to. Although there's not much cover up there.
I'm not going to. I'm going to stay right here.
2-3, this is 2-4.
2-4, this is 2-3, send traffic over.
2-3, are you going to have are you going to have your guys in all the VICs for the gunners, or how are we willing to do this?
I can send another gunner to your Vic if you'd like, over.
Negative. This time we'll keep our guy in there just in case, and if we need him, then we can swap out later.
Roger that. I have one gunner from one team in the Krovic facing south on the east side, over.
Civilians for you.
2-4 copies all out.
2-2, where are you at?
How's the visibility from up there?
2-1, 2-2, stand by.
Good visibility, Cap.
No, not from this 50. This
2 and 2-2, we're set on the northwestern side, over.
Copy. The Krovic for the west side is placed, and we need you to have someone gun it.
Copy, thank you.
That's for you.
Alright, stand by.
This is 4 on 3-1.
Stand by 2-1.
Stand over here where I can actually.
The 7, 5 and 3-1, send traffic.
This is 4 on 3-1. We have inner coordinates set up at the northwest and southeast corners.
Gates down and get ready to start
Copy.
operations.
Solid comfortable. We need to do that.
Yep, follow me.
Alright, following you. Hey, you got a big gun.
Copy, Steel? You want? I got a gunner for you.
Who the fuck is 2-3's DMR?
6, 7, say that again.
I was saying, let's get those gates down. Let's get everybody in defensive positions facing out. Let's get this show on the road.
Solid. Havoc 2, this is 2-7. Get the gates closed. Let me know when you're all set up, and let's get this going. Over.
I am not sure, LT. Is that him? Yep. Here he comes.
Why are we pulling the Vic out?
I have no idea. It's not my guy. Someone's went in.
Having 2, why is this Vic backing up in the southwest part of the thing? I have no
Alright,
idea
Adamson,
why.
if you want to get on this rooftop with your battle buddy.
I'm just waiting for him. I'll see what's going on.
Copy.
I'm on top of the northwest building.
LT, we got a car.
2-3, Vic coming in on the north side.
Good copy.
All stations 3-1 got word Vic incoming north side.
Thank you.
2-3, this is 2-1.
2 copies.
Havoc 2, spread you guys out. If you're on checkpoint duty, spread the fuck you guys out.
Having 2, this is 2-6. Why did that truck back up from the front wall of the checkpoint to the west? Over.
That's north, LT.
Correction, north. Why did the northern truck back up?
Don't move forward a little bit.
2-6, this is 2-2, standby.
Nice and slowly, bud. Nice and slowly. Right, perfect. Hold it there. Hold it there for me.
Alright. Yeah.
Alright, sir, do me a favour. Let's stay in your vehicle at the time. Do not do anything fucking fancy.
Get that stick. Get the stick towards the tower to the north. Nope.
There's a hole between the command.
2-6 is 2-2, Vic got moved by the captain itself due to fucky visibility.
Stand by, sir. 1 second.
Good copy, 2-2.
Thank you.
I need you over here.
Hey, their main focus is going to be conserve fuel and stay on station as long as possible.
Can you give us a sector? Or we're just kind of pulling security.
Havoc 5, this is Havoc 2, over.
Havoc 5 on 3-1, send it.
Be advised, command element pulled the 150 cal we had on the northern side back because of quote bad visibility, but they could see just fine to the road north, which is where I warned them. Over.
Nope, I told them to move about 10 meters to their east so they could see up the road to the north, which they could not do from their position.
Yeah, roger that. I'm being told 2 different things here, so I'm trusting Havoc 6 on this.
2 is 2-1, be advised, we are doing a quick inspection on the first vehicle from the south.
Good copy, 2-1.
Man, I don't like this shit. We are wide fucking open up here.
Jesus Christ.
Actually, can you check information trying to deal with fucking civilians right now?
I was going to get it.
Also, be advised, Alpha H is taking the common seat. I don't have much of the visibility.
Send it.
AFM from the command bay.
Do me a favor, next time a Vic comes over, if the driver's on your side, can you make sure that
Jesus Christ.
I have a guy, I got 2 guys manning 2 guns right now. It's just me and Packer right now doing the fucking games.
Yeah, you want to come over here and see how it should be. 2 on this side, 2 on that side, etc., etc.
Alright, it's just, I don't know what Keyshawn asked me to do.
This is still on 2 AC checking in.
I can't give him an extra guy.
Alright.
2-1, this is 2-6. Understood. What happened to actual? Over.
Be advised, he's having equipment issues.
Okay, good copy. Just continue the roadblock operation.
Yeah.
Doing. We'll go.
Yeah, I know. I had to get the victim moving.
Alright. Mike, how's this back here? Casualty collection, safe
Copy.
Tesco's.
Alright, Bravo, this
Be
is
advised,
actual.
they want us to keep
Havoc 2, this is 2-4. 2-4, 2-7, Central.
2-7, this is 2-4. Would you like us to keep our 240 Bravos mounted on the towers, or do you want them to keep guns down at this time?
2-4, I want your MGs on the towers watching vehicles coming in, vehicles.
Alright, all stations are doing this Havoc 5. Now that we have a gist as to what the hell is exactly happening with vehicles moving through the checkpoints, I want to focus on 3-6's security here. We gotta watch. We have a lot of high points out around the perimeter here, so keep scanning, get some thermals out there, and be sure we're not going to get snuck up on by some snipers and insurgents. Over.
2 copies.
Havoc 2, I need you guys to be pulling full 360 security, watching out for anyone approaching this checkpoint from all directions. Over.
That's what I need you guys doing, is watching. I don't need you watching the roadblock operation. I want you watching these hills around this.
Havoc 2, this is 5. We still have a lot of people just standing around the center of this roadblock here. I know it's pretty tight in these quarters, but I need you to have guys get on the perimeter, get a sector, and start scanning.
Havoc 2 copies.
I actually should have pulled a fucking vector. Oh, that wouldn't have been a bad idea.
What's up?
Have you got one?
Nope.
Havoc 2, this is 2-6. Make sure that you're in a position where you can see out 360 degrees. Over.
You already got that marksman scope.
2-1 copies over.
Alpha copies.
2-2 copies over. 2-3 copies over.
Gun's gonna stay down for now, but my gun's gonna stay up.
Alright, cool.
It's a little crowded. I'm gonna get down.
Alright, 2-6 out.
Sounds good, Jim.
Havoc 2, if you guys want to, you can pop some of your fire team members inside the vehicle and turn them out so they can see over the Hesco's over.
Anything comes out fast.
That's a good idea.
Put it down fast.
That's a good idea.
2-1 copies over.
Yeah, well, with that freeze, that gets like 15 or maybe like 8 or 9 people on the ground.
Havoc 2, this 2-2.
2-2, this 2-7 sent traffic.
We got some strangler civilians south of the checkpoint, over.
Solid copy 2-2, keep an eye on them if you get too close to them.
Large truck inbound from the north.
Solid copy, 2-2 up.
Good copy, Romeo from the north.
Havoc 2, large truck inbound from the north.
Alpha, what are you seeing up there?
Looks like an empty.
Oh wait, 2-7. There's 2-6, 2-7. Are we pointing our rifles at these guys, or are we just being courteous over?
We are not pointing our rifles at these guys.
Solid copy. Havoc 2, be advised, do not point your
Stop that! Stop that Ural right now.
Stop the Ural. Stop the Ural. Stop the Ural. Stop the Ural.
Looks to have a det block on its right running board.
It's looks like it has a det block on it. Check it.
Maybe disregard. It could just be the angle I'm looking at.
Solid, check it.
I've got a good angle on it. I'm up high. I don't see it.
Alright, copy.
Whoever's checking that Ural, just double check it round. Get to full inspection. Over.
2-2 copies.
Oh, I think it's the fucking mirror, but because I'm looking from the top, it looked like something sticking off of it.
Dagger's heading for archery 120.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, no shit.
Send it for Dagger 3-1.
Both of you guys, I've got the DMR scanning the hills.
Havoc 2, this is 5. Watch skylining on the building, northwest corner.
Got out of the DMR.
I think you're probably gonna get more action.
5, this is 2, good copy.
Another vehicle coming from the south.
Dagger, this is Havoc 4 entry 1. Be advised, southeast of our checkpoint is New York Fire Zone marked Whiskey.
Copy that, Havoc 4.
4 out.
Havoc 2, get some of your guys off the fucking tarmac here. It's too crowded. Get some guys inside the trucks and turn them out so they can see over Hesco's over.
If there's extra room in the tower, you can get a couple up there too. Or on that first level, or the first level of the tower.
Yeah, it's just way too crowded down here. I'm trying to get guys inside the trucks so they can see over.
2-3 copies.
Anyone get in that building on that other corner?
You can't get on the roof. There's no stairwell. I tried. First thing I did.
Alright, copy. I was just looking at it through the UAV, couldn't really tell. I mean, we do have ladders.
Bollinger, keep the UAV looking at those hills. Scared the shit out of me.
Hey, for him, I've been scanning the perimeter of the town.
Okay. We will start taking some contact from the west soon too. I have a feeling.
Yep, probably.
Just run over, probably keep you guys as much as possible off the tarmac.
Havoc 2, this is 2-6. I do not want to see a medic anywhere near one of the inspection areas. Over.
2-1 copies.
2-2 copies over. 2-3 copies over.
Ask me be positive surgeon.
2-4 copies over.
All these
2-6
guys
out.
in this close proximity, 100% would bring a car bomb in here.
Definitely. Oh, what's the range of that? It was 650.
I would say let's keep doing
Yeah, I got 625 to the top of the
fuck?
ridge.
Yeah.
650.
What about the ridge? Southwest.
I don't know.
Yeah, pretty quiet at the moment. That's the one.
Southwest is fucking 900. You get a Haji sniper up there that can hit you
Yeah.
at 900 meters. He ain't a fucking. He's fucking world class. Like.
Havoc 2, just quick reminder to pull the drivers out of the truck and check what they have on them in their pockets and shit.
Yeah,
Over.
they're all on checkpoints right now.
Anything yet, Lee? Or is it pretty quiet?
Yeah.
2-1 is...
Adamson
Have
and
2 is
Wingard,
2-1
watch
confirm. You want
west
to
too.
pull the vehicle, individuals out of the mix and checking their inventory over?
Yeah, if, make sure they don't have any stuff they shouldn't have in their pockets or in their bags. Over.
2-1 copies.
Alto, if we take contact west, do you want me to reorientate that
UG
way?
copies, last
Or
traffic,
keep looking
use
up the
6,
field?
27.
You engage in whatever direction you need to. I'm just saying, make sure you're
Roger,
also
27.
keeping out guys to the west.
Copy.
I'm sorry, I got 8
I've
people.
got 360 scan up here basically.
Okay, perfect. I'm doing the same thing. That's the one direction I can't see though.
Havoc 2, this is 5. We had an individual just exit a vehicle on the west side of the checkpoint. Exit out of vehicle, duck away in an alleyway, and put on a mask. So make sure we have good security on the west.
Havoc 2, this is 2-7. We had an individual step out of the vehicle to the west and put on a mask. I want eyes out there, River.
Gentlemen, there's an individual who put up a mask due to the...
Adamson, somebody got out of a Vic to the west and put on a mask. See if you can see him.
I don't see shit.
Can't see much yet.
Havoc 2, this 2-3 over.
2-3 is 2-7, send traffic.
2-7 is 2-3. Be advised, I have reports from one of my teams of a suspicious civilian individual north at the checkpoint has been spotting. Looks like he's spotting from there over.
2-3 is 2-7. Is he wearing the blue dress? Over.
A firm 2-7. It's like a dark, either a green or dark blue jacket over.
Correction. Yeah, that's a good, it's got PID on him. I see it. Over.
Roger, 2-3 out.
Do an actual back on comms.
I had fucking, what's his name?
Alright, good copy, 2-1.
He's just been standing there for a while. They've all been standing there for... Yeah. Remember the fucking villa I mentioned?
You gotta inform me about it.
Alright, fair enough. I remember the villa that we passed. It's just around that fucking corner.
Yeah, I know, but still.
Hold on.
Havoc 2, it is
All 6 through on Havoc 5, another vehicle approaching from the north, possibly.
Copy that, Havoc 5.
Looks like just a regular civilian, no vest.
4 copies.
Looks like a regular civilian, no vest.
Hold it there, hold it there, hold it, hold it.
Havoc 2 is another vehicle approaching. Just keep eyes out. It could get dicey. Over.
Like Under says he's not wearing a vest.
Hold it.
Roger, east side of the road.
All stations up through this Havoc 5 advise civilians are having difficulty hearing commands over the engines of the trucks, so pass them through if there's no visible threat and do not try to communicate with them directly. Over.
Havoc 2, be advised, civilians are having issues hearing you, so if the vehicle doesn't look suspicious, just pass them through, don't make them get out, and don't tell them to do stuff over. They probably don't speak a great English.
Copy.
Sorry, no, you don't speak a great bit of
Havoc 2,
English.
2 copies.
But,
2-3 copies over.
2-4 copies over.
Also, do not have them exit the vehicle unless they are additionally suspicious. If they are not suspicious from the initial contact, just send them through. Send them through. Do not have them vacate the vehicle.
Havoc 2 copies.
Havoc 2, just go once again. If they're not suspicious upon first inspection, then just let them pass through. Don't make them get out over.
UG copies, lost transmission.
Delta copies.
Rainy, get behind the fucking things.
Havoc 2 is 2-3 interrogative over.
Hey, Sarge.
2-3 is 2-7, send traffic.
2-7 interrogative. Any update on that individual that put on a mask and what he was wearing previously over?
That's negative.
Havoc 2. 2-1. 2-2, do not make the guys get out of the vehicles.
Go ahead and talk on it.
UG copies.
He's literally like fucking.
Guys out of the vehicle at the checkpoint.
And he's just checking us out. Guys to the west really aren't changing their movements.
And hold. I think like he's gonna. I think he's meant like you're pulling him out so he's gonna come out.
Yeah.
Break. You're on the south side picking up speed.
You're on the south picking up speed.
Break. You're on the south side picking up speed.
Do one as a Vic on the south side. Checking now. 2-7 outside.
2 copies, we're on it.
Fucking set them.
Low Euro south side. Alpha copies are still watching north. Becca. See, he said something real quick.
Are you?
2-3 is 2.
Santa Barbara.
Nothing at this time, but I can't tell.
2-7's 2-3, send traffic over.
2-3, how quick was he going before he slowed down?
Say again, over.
Don't be afraid to pop these guys' tires if they're fucking being stupid with their Vics.
How quick was he going before he started to slow down? Was he
Stations
towards
2 copies.
the roadblock?
That was not from 2-3, over.
4 copies.
Hey, just don't pull them out.
The same. Hey, SL. Isn't anyone be on this side as well? On the other side of the road?
Yeah, they should be on that side.
That's 2-3.
I don't know what it is. I got my shit on loudy.
Okay, that's not right.
One Vic will be going out in a moment.
Yeah, that's why like I'm running across the road like a fucking hamster.
Why the fuck is 2-3 over there?
Having to be advised, if these guys are fucking about or approaching too quickly, don't be afraid to pop their tires over.
That's me back over almost. I'm having a lot of
It should be 2-1-2-2 and 2-1-2-2. But whatever.
2-4 copies over.
Whatever works.
2-3 copies over.
Man, I'm getting more and more nervous as this goes on.
Same.
He's gonna pull in.
Understood.
Real quick.
How's it looking up there?
Good, I've got good eyes everywhere but west, but I just saw a guy approaching on foot.
Oh bullshit.
From the west?
A firm.
Roger, I'm gonna let, I've got an MG over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Alright, sir, hold it there for me.
Yogi, pull back. Not your fucking section. Not your section. Yours is coming in from the north. Everything that comes out from the south is 2-3 side now.
Alright, I'll let the crew looking to the west know to watch those civvies.
Okay, good copy. They didn't have weapons, they did look like he had a vest, he was just walking right at the checkpoint.
Yeah, Roger, there's currently 2 civvies out to the west on the MSR.
Just be advised, we still got the LT right next to us, so if there's anything really crazy, like a marksman or anything, we'll send that up to him directly.
I'm just gonna be
That's a good sign.
Eyes up there. My assistant's in. Yeah.
Set each your MRE and be fucking happy.
What was that?
Adamson, can you hear me?
No, just
Fantastic. If I spot anything, I'll yell.
Thank you.
sent it.
Understood.
There's fucking a million civilians out of the wire, but sorry, out of the checkpoint.
Oh, our friend to the west disappeared that was staring at it. Oh, no, he just moved a little bit.
I could probably lob a hand.
No, he didn't move. I'm retarded. Okay.
Must be a pretty boring town for if that's the best thing they got for entertainment. Is us.
Bro, if I had fucking
So
70
far
people
it's
roll
quiet
into
on
my
the northern
town.
front, but we'll see what happens.
I mean, I see probably 2 to 3 dozen civilians around the perimeter of our roadblock.
What was that?
Bruce seemed pretty quiet.
Copy. Alright, be advised, keep your eyes out. It's gone a little
Quiet.
Yeah, firm. There are a lot of civilians out there.
Yeah, Roger, I'm gonna pop a hunt.
Yep. feel like something's gonna start.
Pump one into the west. That's the only direction that really concerns me.
Yeah, we're...
There's not a damn thing to the west.
What the fuck was that? 40 Mike?
Havoc 2, that was a Hunt IR
Havoc 2
round.
is
Relax.
5. Please tell me that was Hunt IR.
That was a Hunt IR round, Havoc 5.
Dang it, Mike. Wow, this is like everyone's freaking out because something happened.
It's the kind of thing that needs to be sent across all nets, because, you know, it's a fucking grenade launcher getting shot.
Havoc 2 copies.
If they sent that shit up over count before they did it.
Havoc 2, this is 2-3, over.
2-3 is 2-6 in it.
2-6, this is 2-3. Be advised, one of my teams is reporting a suspicious individual in a red Afghan dress west out of the weak point of the checkpoint, over.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Havoc 2, this is 2-4. We have a VIT coming in from the east. That was a warning shot.
Copy that.
Light that pick up! Light pick up! Good. It's good.
Keep an eye on him.
Whoever that fucking 50 gunner is shot that dude in the fucking face on his first shot.
This is 2-3, troops in contact.
Bearing 156, left side of the wall.
2-3 is on deck right now.
Havoc 2, bearing 156, west side of the wall.
Be advised, civilians intermixed with hostiles, over.
Solid copy, watch your fire.
Direct west.
Hey, there's some like market-looking things out to the west. Fucking, he's running to the west.
Copy that. Everybody freaked out when you shot that thing, so don't shoot another one without calling it up. I'll get yelled at for that.
Yeah, that's better. 2-4, this is 2-1. Be advised, where is that fire coming from?
Just keep your eyes out in case it will show up.
2-1, this is 2-4. That's, those sound like they're coming out from the west. I'll get my eyes for you, or to take a look for it.
We just took an RPG.
That, this 2-3, that
5-4, be advised, had a door open to our west side as well.
150 meters to the south, over.
Copy, we have an RPG gunner firing from the south somewhere.
All Station 3 was Havoc 5. RPG gunners to the south as well.
On the south, there's one, but that
6-7, they are on the hills to our south, over.
Sorry?
I have a RPG gunner on this hills to the south.
He's down. 50
Having 2 is 2-3, interrogative, over.
5, this is 4. Be advised that RPG gunner is inside our pre-fire zone if you'd like us to hit it.
Right outside of the checkpoint to the
Hey,
north.
Firm Havoc 4, I was just going to call it up. It's all yours.
4 engaging.
Is he approaching the checkpoint, over?
He is at the entrance of the checkpoint north side, over.
A-firm, detain him and just move him to the side
All
somewhere.
Station 3 on this Havoc 5. Be advised, Havoc 4 firing mortars off to the southeast.
Yeah, that RPG gunner's dead as shit.
2-3 copies all, detaining. 2-3 out.
Havoc 2, those are friendly mortars are about to go out to the east.
Where did that come from? I have no idea.
They're firing on that RPG gunner that's already dead.
That's right, yeah.
Let him have that fun.
High-grade fertilizer coming up.
Alright, cover me, alright? Watch out, Trentino, I'm gonna get out.
I need the thermals. I do not see any contacts. I hear the rounds coming in, but I do not see them.
I don't see anything of thermals, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Havoc 5 is Havoc 2. Be advised, we're now taking contact from the north.
Yeah, A-Firm, just dig in as deep as you can and fight him off.
Crossing.
This is 4, last much.
Crossing line of fire. Alright, I'm here.
Omens 3-1, be advised. We got enemy insurgents at force marker 0746, grid 132173, western side of the checkpoint. Over.
But there was one on that third story.
You need to make sure you're dropping those rounds on the other side of the ridgeline, not the front side. But most of them were. Looks like a good fire mission.
That's some fucking bullshit right there.
Havoc 2, this 2-2.
4 copies.
2-2, 2-7 on traffic.
2-7, reference up for marker 0746, single shooter on a rooftop, taken out, over.
Solid copy. Solid copy, 2-2.
This is Havoc 2. That RPG came danger close to our northwest, second story of that building.
Copy that.
5, this is 2,
Building
good
straight
copy.
ahead with the little block, you see it?
Havoc 2, wherever that RPG just came from, wait for my
RPG shooter is at force marker 0747.
Story building over.
Good copy, 2-3, get your 50 to watch wherever he is and nail him. 2-2 is the building right next to you with the sign for
Havoc 4,
cakes on
this is
it.
Dagger 3-1.
Good 747. 2-2, keep an eye out.
Be advised, BDA is follow 0/100. That guy got away.
You have approximate bearing from that south.
Adamson, the next building to your west. He's coming around it right now.
Havoc 2, this is 5. We just need to be very diligent. These guys are going to pop out and chuck a grenade or RPG or anything at us. We just got to be solid.
Havoc 2, this is 2-1, be advised, we're taking...
Yeah, 2 copies. We're watching out in every direction. Over.
5 out.
Say again, what's that position? Bravo?
Alright, Charlie, I'm going to be moving back towards your position. Crossing.
Copy scan.
Fucking JT's on him like a car bonnet.
Why did we pop smoke?
Havoc 2, this is 2-3 over.
So this 4 is accidental smoke out. It's game.
2-7, be advised. Op 4 marker 0748, single infantry engaging 200 meters out from the southeast over.
Good cop. Solid copy.
Havoc 2, 25 GPS coming in.
Can't see much, and that contact to the east is...
Alright, good copy, 2-2. See if you can spot the guy shooting him.
2-2, that 40 right got dangerously close to myself.
Havoc 2, this is 5. I want you to push west and clear that 3-story building.
5 is 2, good copy.
Detach a squad or whatever, I don't care.
From danger close southeast. I didn't hear that on company, what was that?
I got it. 2-3, this is 2-6, over.
Make sure you guys just jump over the Hescos, though. Don't worry about trying to go around and find an exit.
2-3, wait 1. 5, this is 2, good copy. 2-3, 2-6, I want you to move west and go clear that 3-story building that is just outside of the Hescos, over.
2-3 copies.
2-3, leave your DMR in place, though. Just take the rest of your squad.
Roger that.
I'm watching the construction building and those buildings right there.
Just jump over the Hescos.
Havoc 2, this is 2-1, be advised, we have enemies to our northeast bearing 060 in the fields firing 203s and rifle fire at us. Good copy.
Just took down that one guy that kept popping in the corner.
Taking shots east, so I'm just going to hit
Mike, I'm going halfway up this tower to see if I can see it.
Havoc 2, reference Alpha Mark 0750, multiple shooters south of the checkpoint, over.
Solid copy, 2-2.
I'm gonna watch down the road.
Eyes on.
All Havoc 2 stations, be advised, this is 2-3 outside the wire west.
145, about 200 meters outside the checkpoint.
Havoc 2, this is 2-4. Be advised, I am moving my Vic back a little bit so my gunner can get eyes on who is shooting at us from the east.
Good copy, 2-4, do so.
I'm on the right side of the fucking street, can you see?
Oh, my bad. I was all up in your way, wasn't I?
Alright, copy, you watch turn and I'll watch the fucking on my side of the street.
Mike, I can do some more for you.
Shooting me in Petco.
0751, single machine gunner to our south.
2-6 is 2-3, interrogative over.
Yep, 2-3, this is 2-7, send traffic.
2-7, this is 2-3, confirm objective you want us to clear outside the wire.
Oh, this is Dagger on 3-1. Reference blue force marker 0750, that is 1 times marksman, moving compound to compound.
Roger, is there a
moving
marker
to our position, over.
It's negative 2-3, stand by. Can you plop a marker on that exact building, over?
You okay?
2-3, it is the 3-story building that's basically attached to the western...
He's pulled back, he's armed.
No rush, Mike.
This basically attached to the western Hescos. It's right outside the gate. The first 2-story building. The first 3-story building is gray.
I have eyes on, we're moving to a time now.
Alright, good copy.
He's moving into the checkpoint.
6 and 7, did you hear Dagger on 3-1?
That machine gunner move left, the archway.
0751, marksman moving building to building.
Alright, get him fixed up, Doc. I'm gonna meet me in the middle.
Have to shift your squad that's already searching out to the west, shift them south to that marksman.
Roger that, 2-7 is currently watching out to the
5
south.
2, good copy.
After that, we'll bring them back and we'll switch out for another squad to go out and do that too once we get additional contact.
I know about actual fucked off and I don't need to bite. Okay, go.
Okay, good copy. 7, this is 6, or Romeo, where's the marker for the marksman? I don't see him.
Directly to our south of approximately 150 meters.
Yeah, let's do it. Is it 0751?
Affirm.
2-2 over.
Solid copy.
2-2, wait 1. 2-3, this is 2-6, over.
Havoc 2, 5, be advised, Dagger's reporting that we have movement in the minaret west of the checkpoint.
2-3, I want you to move south
Solid
down the
copy,
road
5.
to
Also, I do have eyes on a weapon in that tower. Do have eyes on a weapon.
There's a marksman down there, and I want you to clear it out and then come back.
Solid copy,
Good
2-6.
copy, 5.
We're still clear on this 3-story. We'll move to that after, over.
Yeah,
What
that
minaret?
guy's been taken out.
Yeah, actually, be advised, there was a guy inside the minaret tower. He got.
Havoc 2, this is 27. The minuet tower's from the west. I had 1 times insurgent in there at the top. Keep an eye on it, over.
Standing by for reinsert. Bravo.
Havoc 5, this is Havoc 2, over.
Havoc 5 on 3-1, send.
That'd really be helpful.
5, be advised, 2-3 is moving south towards that marksman time now. When they're taking care of it, they'll come back, over.
Funny story. We found that one Zeusing.
6 out, 2 out.
Yeah, there's a massive boulder in there.
Looking out to the north is having a hard time seeing contact due to the tree.
RPG came from the southeast.
Solid copy 2-4. Make do with what you've got.
I was on movement.
2-4 copies out.
Havoc 2, this is 2-1. Be advised, we're taking a lot of RPG rifle and fire.
Havoc 2, this is 5. Since we took contact from that mosque to our west, I want you to squad into that area and clear it, over.
I'm trying to see where the fuck he is.
5, this is 2, good copy, over.
5 out.
Sound like they're coming out from the northeast 037.
The little fucking balcony.
Just saw him. He's on the second
6,
floor.
7, let me know when you want to detach, and either you and I can organise it, over.
Yeah, you see.
Okay, good copy. The thing about it is 2-3's almost over there right now.
Gunfire actually started going depth.
Yeah, I'm going to figure out where the fuck these RPGs are coming from, then I'll let you know.
Havoc 2, this is 2-3, over.
2-3, stand by. Havoc 2, I need to know where these RPGs are coming from, over.
2-6, this is 2-2. 2-7 is 2-2, over.
2-2, send traffic.
That RPG last one came from northeast somewhere, over.
Northeast, good cop. 2-3, send traffic.
2-7, this is 2-3. We are pushing south time now towards marker 0751, over.
Solid copy, 2-3.
2-3, this is 2-6, over.
2-6, 2-3, send it over.
2-3, interrogative. Are you anywhere near that mosque, over?
They're taking accurate fire.
It's a negative 2-6. We're out in the open, just residential, over.
Straight down the road.
Okay, good copy. Continue on your mission and return when you're. Let me know when you're
By
back.
this 4, we have a marksman shooting in from the north.
3 out.
Marksman, top of the roof, 007 from the Manvic in the construction site.
Havoc 2, be advised,
The big fucking tree is blocking it.
He is bearing 007 from Command
I wish
Vic, so
you
just
left. That
talk.
building's right in the fucking way.
Can't fucking see shit. Is that building?
Havoc 2, this is 5. Once that mosque is secure, I want you to get a marksman and a weapons team up in that tower, over.
Solid copy, 2-2 is shooting out traces to the location, over.
0755 is the mark on the guy to our north.
Bearing 159 top of a building.
2-2, this is 2-7.
Machine gun fire from the west.
7, this is 6. I'm going to send 2-3 in its entirety down to that mosque, along with one of the machine gun teams from 2-4.
He's down.
Solid copy, the mosque is just to my west with the minuet tower, confirm.
Yeah, firm. 2-3. 2-3, this is 2-6. Over.
Havoc 2, this is 5. Blue Force Mark 0755. 1 times marksman just went up on the roof to our west-northwest to engage us, over.
5, good copy, over. 2-3,
5 out.
2-6. I want you to take your entire squad, including your DMR, to that mosque. Break. When you get there, put the DMR up in the minaret tower. Break. 2-4 and one of your machine gun teams up into that tower as well with 2-3. Over.
I think we'll go to the minaret.
2-3 copies, all over.
2-4 copies all over.
2-6 out. 2-3 and whatever element of 2-4. 2-7 will be with you down there at the mosque to he can direct traffic.
Marker 0755 to the north was clear, so I deleted the mark.
Havoc 2, this is 2-4. You're referring to the tower to our southwest, bearing 215?
It's an 8 firm 2-4, you can come out this hole in the wall where I'm standing right now, over.
2-4 copies.
Yeah, 2-4, this is 2-6, not your entire squad, just one of your machine gun teams.
2-4 copies, out.
Oh, I got one civilian, looks like he's popping that corner.
It's 2-7 leaving the white.
Keep eyes over there in that direction. And
What corner?
014, right at the end of the road.
2-3 is 2-7.
Oh, what I can't see.
Yeah, he's
Yep,
but they
that's
were.
why I saw him.
They were.
This is 2-3, send 2-7. 2-7, 2-3, send traffic over.
2-3, you need to come and find me outside this hole in the wall so we can go clear that compound over.
Roger, I'm coming back with my detachment. Do you want us to still clear marker 0751 over?
Stand by 2.
2-3, this is negative. I want you to now divert to the, just go to the mosque with your detachment from 2-4, over.
How many meters was that out?
Oh, sorry.
This is 2-3, Wilco, 2-6, over.
0758 to the southeast is a machine gunner.
I just got fucking hit. Bad.
Solid copy, I'm currently clear with 2-3.
That'll learn me. Hey, you might want to get behind Bones. You may want to get over in this corner. I just got hit in the face.
Oh, well, I was in the corner. I don't know what happened.
No, I mean like over in this.
Oh, copy.
They're out that way.
Oh, hey, LT, I like this room over here.
Havoc 2, this is 2-4. That RPG came from the southeast bearing 151 on top of a building.
Solid copy 2-4.
Actually, this is Alpha.
2-3, this is 2-7. They're firing RPGs from the southeast. Need to speed this clearing up and get the guys into the tunnel.
Havoc 2, this is 2. Never mind.
There's so much fucking fire coming.
Havoc 2, this is 2-1. I can take a fire team and push out to the southeast. Try and clear that out.
Yeah, I'm worried about one of those rounds hitting us.
Mike, details are on it.
Havoc 2,
Wait, 1.
Actual, this is Alpha.
Go on,
You guys
Zip,
are
go
gonna
on.
need a mop here pretty soon.
2-7 heading on menu at all.
You're gonna need a mop.
2-1, you're cleared to push out with a fire team and clear that out, but then come back, okay?
Copy. 2-4, this is 2-7.
All I can say is, I
Yeah,
love your
Charlie
country.
team gets to shoot AG kills.
0800 to the south. Updated marker on the MG.
2-7, this is 2-4. He is pushing into the
Disregard,
tower,
he's dead.
right
Well, they've been shooting at him for like 5 minutes.
Havoc 2, this is 2-4, over.
2-4, 2-7, send traffic.
Havoc 2, be advised, there is
Havoc
a
4,
sniper
send
up
another
on
fire
that hill
mission down on
bearing
the backside of that hilltop.
176. He keeps popping behind that
Copy,
blade
going out
belt.
to Whiskey, backside.
What was that?
Good copy 2-4. We have the DMR set up in this tower, so we should be able to drop him over.
I can't hear you, Sergeant.
2-4 copies out.
Havoc 2 is 2-3, over.
They're sitting on his ass.
Yeah.
2-3 is 2-6, send it.
2-6, this is 2-3. Op 4 marker 0800. One-time RPG gunner on the hill, peeking back behind, over.
RPG gun to South Alpha.
Yeah, copy that. See if your DMAR can lock up on him.
Wilco 2-6, 2-3 out.
We got an RPG gunner to the south.
Havoc 5, this is Havoc 2, over. This is Havoc 5 on 3-1, send it.
5, be advised, my DMR is up in the minaret tower. Machine gun crew is moving up there as well, so don't shoot him.
Yeah, affirm.
2 out.
4 copies off.
2-4, if you can give me a Bravo to cover us, 2-story directly to the south of us. It has the shooter in it.
This is 4, splash on first rounds.
That's what I thought.
Say
This
again
is
for
Havoc 5, be
2-4.
advised, also on top of Mortar Strike, a gun run is also going to be going out to the southeast.
2-4 copies out.
Alright, Havoc 2 copies. Havoc 2, be advised, we're sending mortars on those marksmen to the south. Also, break. Thunder will be doing a gun run on that hill.
2-2 copies.
6, this is 7 on point 1.
Go ahead.
This tower's too good to be true.
Awesome, thank you.
Is the machine gun team up there as well?
Not yet, I'm working on it, but this tower's probably going to get hit by something.
We're getting 40 mic shit inside the wire and you're bad.
Yeah, one just fucking hit the tower.
2-7, yeah, be advised, you're taking 40 mics at the tower and at its base, over.
Solid copy. 2-4, this is 2-7.
2-7, this is 2-4, send it.
2-4, I'm still waiting on your MGT to come and get into this double room.
Jesus. Keep your eyes out.
2-4 copies. I'm going to move over their time now and figure out what the hell's going on.
Well, they fucking see us and this pisses me off. I love your country, guys, but seriously, go fuck yourself and your bullets.
Don't feel bad, Yogi. I can't see them either, and I have way better eyes.
Those guys shooting at them from their fucking west, almost straight west.
Alright, Fonda's doing a gun onto the hill.
Where they are engaging, it's just a hard shot up here.
6 is 2, I'll ask him. Over.
Flyboy time.
Wait, is Bungie near me?
Havoc, or 2-7 is 2-4 over.
Yep, send it, Yogi.
2-4 is 2-7 central.
I think it's that fucking free story like 100 meters.
2-7, are you up at the top of the tower at this time?
Copy, I'll look.
Copy that.
If a bearing fucking helps, fucking
2-7 up.
039 northeast.
2-1, this is 2-6, over.
Copy, 039.
2-1, you're making me awfully nervous having that fire team out there by themselves. How's it going over there?
We located the shooter. He dropped one of our guys while clearing it. He ran off. We have not found him again. We're pulling back time now.
Yeah, pull back inside the wire. 2-6 out.
2-1, this is 2-3 over.
Yogi, I've got a dead guy up there.
2-1, I'm gonna shift my DMR to cover your return, over.
Havoc 2, RPG from your northeast, over.
2-7 copies, 2-3, get the DMR look out to the northeast.
Say again, Yogi?
In the northeast, I don't see anything yet.
We took random fire from a guy from the northeast with an AK and an RPG, but he said he's dead, right?
A-firm.
Alright, good job, Becca.
Havoc 2 squad leaders, make sure you are using your thermals. They're very valuable right now.
2-6, 2-3, say again, over.
I say again, make sure that you are using your thermals. They are very valuable in this situation.
Wilco 2-6, over.
Oh, this would be so much fun if I had my thermals right now. I should say, if I had actual thermals.
Bollinger, you know better than run that way.
But I have no other way to run.
Havoc 2, be advised, 2-1.
The stairs are right there.
Back, so it can only be used against us.
Anyway.
Okay.
Yes, the guy had a full-face shamog, and he's dead up on the corner of that building.
It's kind of like this where
also
I
heads up on
had
but there's a lot of civilian
fun
complex
little thermal.
Meaning, bring it back and then take it off.
Havoc 2, this is 5.
Well, unfortunately, my UAV is directly above us, so if they get under any kind of awnings, I can't fucking see anything.
I want you to take one of your Vics and take around the perimeter of the checkpoint here and run over some of these trees to extend our sight lines in different directions.
5, in any particular direction, over?
All the trees, over.
Sounds like we're gonna potentially have fun.
Alright, Havoc 2 copies.
Havoc 2, this is 2-3, over.
2-3 is 2-7, send traffic.
2-7's 2-3, 2 times, armed individuals, weapons up, bearing 188, range, break. 427 meters, 3-4 times now, outside the village in the tree line. Stand by for marker.
Good copy, 2-3, get DMR to engage.
2-2, this is 2-6, over.
2-6 is 2-2, over.
Got a weird one for you. Get a gunner and a driver, get in your Vic, and go out to around the perimeter to the north and east, and knock down trees to extend our sight line.
Actual, this is Alpha.
2-6, 2-2, solid copy.
Literally run over trees.
The spotter I had to the north, he just disappeared.
This one's full of people.
Havoc 2, this is 5. Be advised, Blue Force Park 0806. Full times enemy squad with insurgents approaching from the south, over.
Havoc 2, be advised.
5, this is 2, good copy, 0806, over.
Roger.
That's 2-3, just
We're not letting
called out.
through right now.
Havoc 2, do not let any vehicles in right now.
Oops.
Havoc 2 is 2-3, over.
2-3 is 2-7, send traffic.
2-7, be advised, markers 0806. Squad size, infantry moving northwest, over. Engaging with DMR.
Solid copy, 2-3, I had eyes on.
Havoc Havoc 2, this is 2-6. From now on, no more Vics are allowed inside the checkpoint. The checkpoint is closed.
2-3 copies, over.
6, 4 copies over. Is 7. What the fuck was that?
And Rocket Havoc 2, was that friendly IDF or air?
Negative.
Got the TM section, started moving east from that point.
Havoc 5, this is Havoc 2, over.
Mike, I need you.
This is Havoc 5, go.
5 interrogative. Any idea what those explosions were to our south? Over.
Yeah, A-firm, that was Warlord engaging Remnant, a part of that squad at 083, correction, 0806.
Okay, good copy. 2 out.
Havoc 2, this is Havoc 2-6. Be advised, that was Warlord engaging targets to the south. That's what those explosions were.
What is that they doing, Havoc 4? Have them knock down all the fucking trees. They're just driving past them.
0807 is an updated mark for that squad to our south.
Or rather, when it starts taking fire. They're going way too far out with that Vic.
Alright, 2 copies.
2-2, your guys go way too far. I'm at these trees
let him keep
that are
doing
very
it.
close in.
They're getting them.
Good, copy 2-6.
They all dead.
Yeah, that's Lynchens.
No. There's a guy straight south.
067, we have a shooter inside of a garage.
There we go.
Approximately 350 meters out.
Get some.
You're coming to him.
Well, they tried.
That's a lot better. See for days now.
I mean, I don't know what you guys are having a problem with. I've been doing just fine.
Northeast, so you guys want to watch yourselves.
Blue Force Mark 0809 is 1x rifleman engaging us to the east-northeast.
2 copies.
Lynchy, you good?
Havoc 2, this 2-2, over.
Still good?
2 is 2-7 central.
You got tracers coming from 040 from the command Vic northeast. Pretty close.
Good copy, 2-2.
Yeah, Havoc 2, marker 0809 out to the northeast is a single marksman if anybody can get eyes on
In
it.
addition, new mark 0809, bearing
Havoc 2, this is 2-4.
025 northeast. Additional
2-7,
marksman
2-4, be
engaging over.
advised, we have a big grouping of white
5,
smoke to
this
the
is 2.
east.
Good copy on 0809, over.
100 meters.
Have that crows knock down the 2 tall trees just to their fucking east and then get back in the perimeter.
2 copies.
2-2, this is 2-6. Have your crow knock down those 2 tall trees right behind it to its, whatever it is, north, and then come back in.
2-6, 2-2, solid copy.
The guy that threw that white smoke is currently laying dead in the road.
Private Guerrero, have you killed anybody yet?
Havoc 2, be advised, we're taking fire from the north, 008 to the right of that first building close in.
I haven't killed anyone yet, XO.
Okay, good copy.
You killed anything over here?
We killed a few guys out too.
I killed 8 guys.
2-2, this is 2-6, over.
Where are they from?
2-6, 2-2.
2-2, have your guy come on back in. Good
Just
job.
one civilian. Good copy.
2-6 out.
Havoc 2, this 2-3.
All stations on 3 on this Havoc 5, be advised, Dagger's reporting that these seems to be civilians are moving away from the town, so I need you guys to hunker down, be prepared.
2-3 out.
Contact bearing 053 northeast. He's in the court.
5, this is Havoc 2. Say again your last, over.
Havoc 2, this is 5. Dagger reports that the civilians seem to be leaving the vicinity, leaving the town, leaving the AO. I need you guys to hunker down and prep for a potential major attack incoming, over.
5, this is Havoc 2. Good copy. Prepping for major attack, over.
Ooh, a major attack? I'm excited.
4 copies already.
Havoc 2, this is Havoc 2-6. Be advised, civilians are leaving the area. Break. That means bad guys are probably coming in. Break. Prep for a major attack. Get in defense position. Eyes out. Time's now.
How many times?
2 copies.
Havoc 2, this is 5, Ace report.
2-3 copies. Over.
All the times.
2-4 copies over.
Deviation report over.
2-6 out.
You all set?
Havoc 2, you copy?
Tell this fucking
2-3 back inside the wire, over.
Alpha's all green.
2, this is 5. Say again your last.
This is 5, requesting ACE report, over.
5, A-firm, we're working on it. Time now. We'll get it to you as soon as we have it. Over.
Roger, out.
6 and 7, do you want me to pull 2-3 back inside the wire? Do you want to stay out here?
Havoc 2 is 2-3, Ace report over.
2-3 is 2-7, send it.
Wait, 1.
2-7, Ace report as follows. All green, green on the Vic, over.
Solid copy 2-3, 2-7 out.
I don't know what kind of marker to put down.
7, what kind of position are you in over there? Can you defend yourselves from there, over?
If we get more than like 2 squads in, we're gonna get overrun. The fucking defenses here are shit.
You found us over here. I thought you were
The minuet tower is basically the only asset we have out here. I would recommend.
Okay, come back in the wire.
So, 2-3, this is 2-7.
2-7, 2-3, send it over.
2-3, bring your guys and 2-4 detachment back inside the wire.
Solid copy. Over.
I don't know.
It's not worth the risk.
Come on first, I'll make it.
Oh, okay.
2-3 and the 2-4 detachment. Get inside the wire quickly.
Oh, thank God, Cap's knocking the tree down.
This is 2-3, Wilco, over.
6 and 7.1.
Go ahead. 2-4 copies over.
Marker 0813 to the southwest is a civilian vehicle. Civilian was outside of his vehicle messing around things, just suspicious.
Okay, you have to keep an eye on him.
Will do.
Stand by. 2-3, this is 2-7.
Do we know when that attack is going to happen? Actual?
So I was apparently mowing down the wrong fucking trees.
2-3, this is 2-7.
2-7 is 2-3, send it over.
2-3, I want you to build a trench where the hole in the wall is so people can't come through it, over.
Nice.
2-7, Wilco, over.
2-2, send Ace report.
7, this is 6. Once you have the Ace report, send it up to company yourself. Send it to 5 yourself.
Good copy. Havoc 2, send last Ace report over.
Awesome, thank you.
Havoc 2, this is 2-6. We need an Ace report. Company is asking for it. Quit fucking around and give
Havoc
me an
2,
Ace
this
report.
is
Time
5.
now.
How's the ACE report
2
coming?
2-1 says again, we are green all across the board.
Copy.
Havoc 5, this is Havoc 2.
It's 2-3, all green.
2, this is 5. 5, be advised, we go green across the board, over. Roger that.
I like how I said we're green across the board. There's an RPG impact next to my face.
Greenish.
Jesus.
Myers, that is ridiculous how long it takes them to get Ace reports.
Havoc 2, this is 2-3 over, 171 up on top of the hill.
Send traffic.
Yeah, disregard. It was the RPG gunner. Range 539er.
Havoc 4, this is 5. Go ahead and adjust fire out to that same ridge line. It's going to be on the western side of that ridge line. Over.
Yeah, solid copy.
Another RPG incoming.
We'll hit the back of the hill again.
A-firm.
I was just on the roof looking up.
Havoc 2, this is 2-4, over.
So sitting there.
2-6 is 2-4, permission just to send an HE round up onto that hill.
Granted.
Copy.
Havoc 5, this is Havoc 2, over.
It's Havoc 5, go.
Be advised, Havoc 4 is going to send one of their Moz HE rounds on the top of that hill, see if you can take care of that marksman. That's what the big boom's going to be, over.
Copy.
2 out.
Spore splash.
Be advised, I'm turned out one of the MRs right now.
I can actually see down the street a lot more now. That's a plus side.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. I can't even see.
Having to be advised, I'm currently turned out one of the MRs to the east, so watch out with it.
One of Havoc 4's rounds hit directly on that guy.
Havoc 4,
Dagger
this is
3-1.
Dagger, send for
VD 100 over 100. Nice job.
I'm gonna find that bastard.
4 guys, all. Tingle mic.
2-4, this is 2-6. I don't think there's any reason to shoot that HE round now. Havoc 4 just took him out, over.
2-4 copies, yeah, they just let us know. Out.
fucking 60mm sniper rifle.
Oh, you don't pick Yogi off and you're fucking dead now.
Give me that, please.
Yeah, so they did a good job. Romeo, how are we looking on Op 4 in the AO? Over.
Same as it's been pretty much the entire time. They're scattered here and there, not much really to report.
Good copy, Romeo.
That's good.
This is 2-6, whoever that is stationed that didn't identify themselves calling, over.
Apologies, 2621. We have a civilian that's still watching our position to the south. He has not moved even through all this contact.
Well, he's got balls of steel. What do you want?
Dagger reports vehicle incoming from the north.
2-1 copy, just ignoring.
North, possibly, is it?
Disregard past east to west on the MSR at the end of the road.
Having to be advised, the vehicle was approaching from the northwest and egress to the east, so keep an eye out for a vehicle over.
He crashed. It doesn't matter.
Solid copy.
Copy.
Havoc 2, this is 2-1, be advised. My team to the north says that he has ears on the Vic rolling fast around there.
Good copy, 2-1, keep eyes on.
Next to us to the west.
5, this is 4. 2 guys had contact southeast, about 150 meters out.
27 is 2-2 over.
Send traffic 2-2.
Vehicle appeared to be a beige USC.
He's 166, weaving around the corner.
Solid copy, 2-2. Like I said, keep eyes on.
Fucking wall close. Closest wall to that tower.
Someone just lit him up.
Meanwhile,
I don't think they dropped.
Contact the captain's talking about has moved north a little bit.
Havoc 2-2-1, be advised we are in contact.
Never mind, he's dead.
Good copy, 2-1. Looks like whoever you were firing over the 50 is not dead.
I'm trying to
Over.
cover all this area while Adamson's getting shot, so it'd help if you guys got up here.
This is 5-1, go.
Get him up.
Sure.
Havoc 2 is 2-3, over.
Fucking rabbit.
Climb on the roof.
2-3 is 2-6 in traffic.
2-6, be advised, we just, one of my teams took out one-time individual rushing the wire on the west side, danger close, over.
Okay, good copy, 2-3. Keep an eye out, that's a tough spot from that direction.
A-firm, we have it barricaded at this time, we're doing our best, over.
I was on a marksman on the hill, 207, top
Okay, 6 out.
Marksman is firing from the south or southeast, over.
Check that, 2-6.
He is someone from the south-southeast. We cannot hear the reports, we just heard whizzes.
Range 926.
Havoc 2, this is 2-4, over.
2-4 is 2-7, send traffic.
2-7, this is 2-4, got eyes on that marksman. He is 2-1-2 up on the hill, southwest.
Cover 2-4, road is saying, over.
Romeo, I'm gonna move down to the western barricade. I want to be able to look out that way.
Copy, I'm marking that marksman time now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll wait for you. Just let me know when you're done.
Marker 0820 is rough mark for that marksman.
Force coming in from the south.
6 is 2, good copy.
We can hop off here.
This is Havoc 2-6. There's a, quote, massive force coming in from our south. Get ready. Over.
Oh, good.
Okay. Copies, over.
7, be advised, Romeo's moving at this time.
2-3 copies, ready to go, over.
Roger that, room.
It's 2, this is 5 update on the last transmission. It is 2 squads or above, over.
Are we clear on HE now that the civilians have evacuated?
5, this is 2. 2 squads, understood, over.
There are still civilians within the town limits.
Good copy. 2-1, this is 2-7. There are still cities within the town limits, so that's a negative on the HE, over.
Copy that.
Havoc 2, this is 2-6. Be advised, I'm being told that there's up to 2 squads approaching us from the south.
You to acknowledge.
2-3 copies, over.
Havoc 2, be advised, the tower is going out to the south.
They're at 0821 now.
If you see the crest of it, go to the right.
Havoc 4, send out another fire mission to that same hilltop.
Havoc 2, this is 2-4, be advised, I'm having my Amaz gunner send in HE to the hill 213.
Solid copy, 2-4.
Hold off air assets on
just saw somebody drop that gunner up there. That's sick.
Moving right to left
flying a hunt over those
along that hilltop. So just drop those rounds just on the other side of the hilltop, walk them right to left, and you probably get them.
4 splash. Be advised, I watched 1 times get dropped by a 50 up there as well.
Havoc 2, it is 2-2 RPG from the southeast.
Copy that. Looked like it came in from the southeast.
Those rounds are spot on.
Marker 0822, really accurate mark, marksman to the south.
Havoc 2, be advised.
Last round splash.
0822 as a very accurate marksman.
That's alright.
Out to the south, over.
Another civilian.
Romeo, be advised, is that 0822? You talking about the one on the hilltop, over?
A firm.
Is he still alive, over?
A firm. I'm watching him look through his optic right now.
Havoc 4, this is Havoc 2, over.
Copy.
Set for Havoc 4.
For reference marker 0822, south of the town on Hill 416, that is an active marksman, over.
4 copies, we'll hit that hill.
Tango Mike, 2 out.
Bravo, is that contact still up?
I want 3 times HE, spread it out left to right along that hillside.
I really like that. That's a good idea.
Marker at 0822 should be accurate.
Who is freaking out over there?
Havoc 2, Dagger 3-1.
Dagger, this is Havoc 2-6, send it.
That son of a bitch.
Force moving in from your west, about a squad size element.
Tango Mike, Dagger.
Havoc 2, be advised, there is a squad size moving to the west, over.
That marksman is picked up and is running east.
Solid cover.
Fucking cocksucker.
Marksman, previous red for marker 0822 is now picked up and he's moving east, over.
Come on, Havoc 4, chase him down.
4, send another 3 rounds out. Walk him through the fucking saddle between those 2 hilltops up there.
4 copies through the saddle, 3 rounds.
I'm taking full responsibility for this Hesco barrier.
Break. Priority traffic. It's 2-3 over.
2-3-2-7 traffic.
This 2-3 suicide bomber, danger close at the west side of the wire, within 10 meters over. He's down.
Solid copy. 2-3 stay away from his SMS.
Interrogative, you want me to mark it on blue 4 over?
4, how many rounds you got left?
This is 4, we should have... should be 23 rounds at this time.
Roger, did you put any extra in the back of the VIX?
It's 4 negative.
131. Jeez, I'm dyslexic.
It's 4 splash.
Where?
Havoc 2 is 2-3 over.
2-3 is 2-7 on traffic.
2-7, be advised. Op 4 marker 0825 is suicide bomber is killed, over.
Good copy, GT, you've got to check on the scene and move it.
How are you guys doing
Roger,
over there?
GTL.
How are your CLS gear?
Copy, moving.
Havoc 2, this is 2-1. Be advised, we have danger close enemies to our southwest bearing 234.
Havoc 2, this is 5. I want you to push a squad out, maneuver west-southwest. The approaching enemies get around their flank.
A lot of contacts coming from that area.
5, this is 2, good copy.
Have it be whoever's been in this fucking Crows watching West the entire mission. They haven't fucking done anything.
6 is 2, good copy.
He's opening up on something.
So that's 5, this is 4. We have white smoke west flank, 50 meters.
No, but what squad is that? Is that 2-2?
Something. 2-2 is 2-7. 2-2, this is 2-7.
Okay, is that
Alright, well, I'm going back to my safe space.
Local, you know, moose club.
0827 to our southeast is a single rifleman moving east.
Alright, until they show hostile intent, we'll just let them sit.
2-2, this is 2-7.
2-7 is 2, stand by, technical issues.
Solid copy 2-2.
Fucking.
2 is 2-3 over.
2-3 is 2-7 on traffic.
2-7, be advised, we have white smoke. 150 meters out to the west, blocking our view, over.
That shooter is right side of the street, moving left to right on the fucking apartment rooftop. 018.
Crow is facing south on the east side of the compound, over.
Good copy, Havoc 2, I need to know whose crow is facing the west, over.
2-7, that's 2 Jews, back on comms.
Wherever that may be. I thought we had people coming in from the west. Okay.
6, this is 7, it is 2-2's vehicle to the west, over.
Alright, that's fine.
Havoc 2 is 2-3 over.
2-3 is 2-7 on traffic.
2-7 requesting one-time tech insert for Specialist L Masters, over.
2-3, you can send that over Dagger, over.
Roger that, G out.
2-2, this is 2-6, over.
2-6 is 2-2, send traffic over.
2-2, take your entire squad, push out to that 3-story out to our west, and set up out there. I want to extend this perimeter a little bit.
Interrogative. 2-6, you mean that blue 3-story or the close one outside of the gate, over?
The close one outside of the gate, use your discretion. I want to push the perimeter out about 100 meters or so, and set up defensively out there somewhere.
Solid copy, 2-6, 2 job.
6, can we call up and maybe get a Thunder to take this fucking marksman out to the southeast?
We had heavy entry contact to their south. They were crossing from west-east across the road into the complex of buildings.
Havoc 4 is Dagger on 3-1.
Last mark was 0828, but he's already pushed probably 200 meters east of that mark.
West and 25 more meters north.
Hang on. 7, where was that ported infantry?
Those infantry pulled out to the south, they pop white smoke, looks like they're using it to cover their movement.
Copy, 50 meters west. Say again, adjustment.
That's where we ought to send 2-3.
Be advised, it needs to be 50 meters west, 25 meters north of your previous fire mission if you just fired.
This time before copy, yeah, that's going to put it at 127, 165, keypad 4.
Yeah, see if I feel bad for them, but...
A firm, hold real quick as I check with Thunder.
A firm.
Three-story building with the
Roger that.
signs on it. I don't know how best to describe that thing.
Where'd he go now?
I wish they would come over here.
Inside becomes outside.
We're gonna be off comms on Mike.
Jesus, he's fucking hauling ass.
I know it's beautiful.
Havoc 4, disregard my list.
Hey,
4 copies, disregard.
I've just seen white smoke being popped right in front of you.
Copy, Havoc 2, we're engaging them time now. It's at least 2 to 3 guys.
Solid copy 2-1, don't let them maneuver on us.
Yeah.
2-1, are you okay?
We need Mike right now. Actually, you good?
Here.
RPG just came from the west.
Yeah, firm.
Havoc 2, this is 2-4. 2-4, stand by. Havoc 2, there's RPGs and shit coming from the west.
5-1.1.
2-4, send traffic.
2-7, this is 2-4. One of my guys is down at this time from that RPG. I'm gonna come down on the tower.
Solid copy 2-4, get out of it.
I'll get on CPR.
6, this is 7.
Havoc 2, this is 5. Your assets are claiming that our infantry are engaging civilians to the southwest. Be sure we double check that before engaging. Over.
Be advised, Bravo is taking fire from...
Alright, good copy. I'll check that. Roger, 5 out.
Havoc 2, there are civilians out to the southwest. Make sure you are PIDing targets. Over.
4 copies, sending it down.
6 to 7. Send it.
Shooting at me.
6, I think we should send 2.
Alright,
Just compound again.
I don't have a mixer and get one out of the trap.
We just took an RPG shot from it.
Let's send 2-3, they're already out there.
2-3 over.
I mean, excuse me, no. Send 2-2, they're already out there.
Got eyes on white smoke.
2-2, this is
south.
Sorry, disregard blast, carry on.
2-4, we had infantry moving on the west, or correction, east side of the MSR, coming out of the white smoke, direct front.
Copy 2-4. 2-2, this is 2-7.
I'm actually right next to you. I hear eyes on
yeah.
Bravo right here in front of you. Yep.
2-2, this is 2-7.
2-7 is 2-2, send traffic over.
2-2, I want you to move to the west and clear out that minuet tower compound over.
Solid copy, 2-2 is Oscar Mike.
20 bucks says there's an LT.
2-2, be advised, an RPG was fired from that general direction, so clear out the surrounding area as well, over.
It's actually south.
Solid copy up.
It's actually south of their
2-2, this is
position,
2-1,
not
be
west,
advised,
but
we have
okay.
enemies moving through the buildings to our southeast. 168.
Good copy, 2-1.
Marker 0833 to our southeast is at Marksman. He's made it all the way to that point already.
Where?
Roger that, Romeo.
0833 to our southeast. Marker 0833 to our east-southeast.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's still running.
I'm moving actually to clear out the mosque area.
That would be perfect for Warlord just to counter snipe.
The gentlemen who are
Yes, 6, I'd recommend getting Warlord on that.
over there and even the tower if they have to.
I can keep updating the mark.
Solid copy, Romeo.
We have a head popping up on the northeast. 0833, is that at grid 142, 170?
Northeast,
Actually, this is 2-4. These RPG
That's
gunners
that
are
3
still in
disregard.
these groups of buildings to our southeast, bearing 155.
Solid copy, 2-4, stand by.
Oh, that mark.
I'm working on something, over.
2-4 copies out.
Yeah, that's not working so well.
2-2, this is 2-6, be advised,
Havoc
you're
2,
heading
this
right
is
to where
5
those
Blue Force,
RPG gunners are.
0833, 4-story northeast, Marksman, over.
627, tells me to clear this out, over.
5, this is 2. Message was garbled. Say again, over.
Blue Force 0833 northeast, 250 meters is Marksman, over, 4-story building.
That's affirmative.
5, this is 2, 0833, eyes on, over.
0833 Marksman.
5 out.
Guy's trying out for a marathon, I swear.
Havoc 2, 0833 out to our northeast is that marker is a single marksman again. I think he's on a rooftop, so just keep your eyes out that way, over.
2-3 copies.
2-4 copies.
Mike, this is 7, you good?
Mike, are you not good?
I'm right next to the wheel.
Ugh.
Asking, this is Cole. How are you?
My eyes are bleeding looking through the thermal all that time. Taking a short break.
Getting some.
Alpha and Delta, this is Mike. What's your status?
Yeah, 249 ammo.
Oh, that barrack type building?
Yeah.
6, 7, 1.1.
Go ahead.
There's 249.
Havoc 2, this is 5. You need to get those guys off the roof, the flat roof of that building. There's zero cover up there and they're fucked.
Knowing Masters, I knew he wouldn't reply to
5
you,
is
so.
2, affirm.
Yeah, it looks like they're moving down now because they've been getting shot at and they have nowhere to go.
Havoc 2, you are not supposed to be outside the wire, specifically on that building to the northwest. Get off of that building, over.
But make sure you guys stay inside the wire.
This is
Those
2-3,
nerds, what the fuck are they doing up there?
Roger, this is where our DMR is. Want us to move displace over?
DMR can stay up there. I don't want your whole squad up there. You're going to get shot.
Roger, I was just up there providing medical. We're displacing now, over.
Okay. The DMR is up there.
6, I'd recommend sending 2 out
Why were
to
they
the
on the
east,
why aren't they in
southeast
the
to
tower?
go clear out where the RPGs are coming from.
I'm
over
asking.
there.
Why were they moved out of there?
Because when the massive attack was coming, they had the base of there's no defense, so there was a whole squad of it. So I pulled them back in.
General rankedy of
They
it.
would have gotten overrun.
6 is 7.
2-2's over
Havoc 2 to Studio over.
4 is really shitty.
2-2's 2-7 said traffic.
2-7, there's still sporadic contact southwest of the market over.
Good copy 2-2, I want you to keep pushing round to there, come back towards the checkpoint clear, over.
Solid copy, 2-2 up.
He's down.
6, 7.1.
Just make sure you stay within the wire.
Romeo, are you reading me on point 1?
Oh boy.
Taking on point 1.
Is LT still over?
I'm up.
Hey, for
I've been talking to 5, and our platoon head is a friggin' zoo.
Havoc 5.
Solid copy.
2-6. We need a medic on 6's position.
Okay, where's where?
I don't know. Where were you?
We got a medic right here.
Medic.
Let's go, Doc.
Where are you at 6?
Be advised, 0837 to our east is that marksman. That was the last place I saw him. I lost him over defilade.
Confirm.
Havoc 2, this is 5. Go ahead and dispatch a squad to clear 0833.
Shut up.
2 copies.
I'll let go on that, I'll see.
Get 2-3 on it.
Yeah, where's that? 2-3's 2-7. This is 2-7.
There's no such thing as friendly contact.
2-3, this is 2-6, over.
2-6, 2-3, send it over.
Move your entire squad out to the northeast to marker 0833 and clear out that building.
This is 2-3, Wilco, over.
6 out, listen.
6 is it, be on the radio. Am I not transmitting?
I heard you just now, but I didn't hear anything else.
Still clearing out to the southwest, still taking
We're not taking
fire
this out.
from
We're
here,
going to
some
shift
fragments
east
over.
down the alleys and push north to
Solid
break.
copy 2-2.
Clearing out the building at marker
I mean,
0833.
maybe I have radio problems.
Delta's gonna take the front of the.
Yeah, I can hear you, but apparently none of the squads are answering you.
Yeah, solid copy.
So I say again, all after alleys.
Yeah.
Marker 0833. We're
2-7
clearing
is
that
2-2
building
over.
Lee, let me
2-2 set traffic.
I want to see if I can try to get that.
2-2's pulling back, we're getting too far from the checkpoint over.
Leave the DMR there.
Yeah, good copy 2-2. Go ahead and link back onto the MSR and move back in from the south over.
2-2 copies, 2-2 up.
Skipping around the building to building.
2-2, this is 2-1. Be advised when you hit
Yeah, I
the
think
MSR,
that marksman
watch
is
the east
moving
side.
building to
A lot
building.
higher from there.
Looks alright. I need the whole squad minus.
Can you still see that guy on the UAV?
Alright, going outside the wire.
Romeo, it's on you. Over.
He's talking to uniform. He doesn't know the difference between 3-1 and .1.
Roger. I mean, go out there and look.
Who's going out there by himself?
All having 2 stations, be advised. 2-3 is outside the wire north, over.
Be advised that squad is pushing out. That guy might be moving between buildings, so he might not necessarily still be in that building.
2-4 copies out.
2-3, be advised.
They found him.
Moving between buildings, we may not be in that exact building, so check them all over.
2 uniform 3-1.
Uniform's calling us.
Uniform, this is Havoc 2, go ahead.
Advice, he's on the rooftop right now, looking down on you guys.
Alright, good copy.
He's dead.
Still that same rooftop at 0833?
Affirm. Thunder has layers as well.
You are looking for a single marksman. Is reported to be on the rooftop, so clear out, get up on the roof of one of those buildings to see if you can get eyes on him.
There might be 2 guys up there. Might be a sniper, or at least a fucking team.
Hey, we're 6.
Let.
Having 2 is 2-3, over.
As soon as we call it, they're going right inside.
2-3, this is 2-6 in it.
2-6, we've confirmed location of the marksman. We're breaching his building from the ground floor. Time now, over.
Tell your 240 gunner when that squad is getting near the fucking roof of that building so he can stop suppressing.
What does that mean?
6 is 2, good copy.
2-4, be advised, we have friendlies going up to that building, so we need to halt the 240 fire when the squadron is going to breach over.
As soon as I call that out,
2-4 copies. This is to the north.
Stay firm, north-northeast 2-3, let 2-4 know when you're going to go in, and then they'll stop suppressing over.
They're breaching right now.
2-7, 2-4, be advised. 2-3
Advise 4, be advised, we're taking fire from the northwest as well.
2-4 copies out.
Talk directly to infantry.
That guy's going downstairs. He's going to engage your guys that are chin up.
2-3, be advised, the single marksman is not moving downstairs, he's coming to meet you. Over.
I was about to shoot him when I got hit.
I might actually have to change the battery in my UAV.
Havoc 2, this did you over.
2227, set traffic.
2722 is back in the safe zone, getting back old security over.
Good copy, 2227 out.
Alright, 22 cleared out that minaret. And then
I have no idea, to be honest. I'll let you know. It's getting nice.
Sounds like 2-3 just met.
Sounds like that's them.
Havoc 2 is 2-3 over.
2-3 is 27, set traffic.
27, be advised, marksman is eliminated at marker 0833 over.
Good copy, 2-3, 27.
Tell them to clear the rest of the building out, because there might have been 2 of them.
2-3 is 27.
6 is 2, good copy.
2-3.
That guy have a marksman rifle on him?
This is 2-3, send traffic over.
Interrogative, did the guy you dropped have a marksman rifle on him?
That is affirmative, SVD on the dead body, over.
Okay, they could be a team, there could be more than one, so keep looking around in the area and make sure there is not another guy there, over.
Wilco, we'll clear the rest of this building and secure the perimeter, over.
Okay, 2 out.
6, this is 2, affirm the guy had an SVD sniper rifle on him, over.
So fucking awful.
6 copies.
2 out.
All stations on 3-1, this is Havoc 5. I just received word from S2 that the AO is calming down for the evening. We are to maintain current positions at this time. Break. We're going to regroup the entire platoon back here inside the wire, get defensive positions. Notify me once we are in this position. Over.
2 copies.
7 pulling back
4
in.
copies, we're set.
Havoc 2, this is 27, be advised. All elements pull back inside the wire, we're going to set up security and shop here for the night. Looks like the AO is calming down, over.
Area is calming down. Be inside the wire.
2-2 copies, 2-2 out.
Take up defensive positions.
2-7 is 2-3, say again, over.
Inside the checkpoint.
I got it. 2-3, this is 2-6. Pull back inside the wire. The area is calming down. We're gonna set up defensively within the perimeter.
We're gonna set up defensive position.
2-6, Wilco, over.
I just wanted to double check.
2-6 out.
Because I'm gonna need it for my report later.
2-4 copies, last transmission. Out.
All we did was sit around.
Pretty much, but you never know.
We're doing defensive posture around the fucking checkpoint. With the whole platoon.
Copy that. I'm about to put a new order for a helmet.
You can say what you want.
I would have sent you guys out, but, you know, Yogi.
I did come out, Delta. What are you talking about?
We didn't do much, but we got out.
I had my concerns.
Listen, LT, I was a traffic warden today. If anything,
how much money did you make in tolls?
No comment.
Tolls have to be licensed by the state. We don't.
I'll have 2 stations. This is 2-3 approaching the wire from the northeast in the alleys. Check your fire, over.
Okay, copy 2-3.
Friendly's coming in from the north.
Friendly's coming in from the north.
Bravo, we got 2-3 coming in.
Still, I know you're very twitchy with the fucking fish, but please
Good
don't
eyes
shoot
on
the
those
friendlies.
friendlies coming in from the north. They're coming down the road.
Watch it fire.
Do we work in with like gifts and
Friendly's coming in. Friendly's coming in. Hide your children. Hide your wives.
Hey, raping everybody out, yeah.
Of course you would say that, McCoy.
Defensive posture.
But to clarify, you can just open the gate, but not.
Havoc 2 is 2-3, over.
Over the fucking escorts.
2-3 is 2-6 in it.
2-6, be advised we are all in the wire, safe to stand, over.
Alright, good copy 2-3.
2-3 out.
Havoc 5 is Havoc 2, over.
Havoc 5 on 3-1, go.
Be advised, all of Havoc 2 was inside the perimeter time now.
Copy.
Okay.
All stations on 3-1, this is Havoc 5. Mission complete, mission complete, mission complete. Stand fast, current positions. We are clear to disconnect from the server and move to conference room 2 for debrief. Havoc 5 out.
Havoc 2, mission complete, mission complete, mission complete. You are cleared to disconnect from the server and move to conference room 2 for debrief.
Move to conference room 2.
Alright, Alpha, mission complete, mission complete.
2-4 copies out.
Complete, mission complete.
Two copies out.
Conference room 2, over.
Alright, we'll get fucking switched over here to the conference room.
Alright, we'll just relax here for a couple minutes, folks, until we get... Alright, looks like Captain's here, and then we'll just wait for Captain Soto. He's probably landing. Alright, before we even get started with the main debrief, I just kind of want to do a quick survey here. In the conference room 2 chat, in TeamSpeak, I want you to put a 1 if you did not kill anybody tonight. Alright, 1, 2, 3, I count 16 if that's correct. All right, thank you. And then if you were knocked unconscious and required a medic to revive, get yourself back up, put a 2 in chat. So really we only had 5 wounded. All right, thank you. Overall, thank you for everyone's performance tonight, and thank you for that feedback. Overall, we went. I mean, it was a very good mission as far as our performance tonight. We got in. The convoy went into the position. We secured the area. We got 360 security. The roadblock was going smoothly, and then we started getting fucked with by the OPFOR. The insurgents. Basically, the only note that I have for the infantry perspective is just do your best and try to continue rotating your guys, making sure that you guys always have something to do. I know in particular the western sector seemed very seemed like it didn't have a lot of activity tonight, at least from the people running the gun truck. So yeah, another note is the skylining positions on the roofs. If you guys are skylining positions on top of rooftops, there's absolutely zero cover up there, and it's pointless. Once you get engaged, the only thing you can do is get prone and then try and crawl your ass back to a ladder and get down. So it's not the most ideal position to be in. So those are the only major notes that I have. Captain, do you have anything for the task force?
Yeah, whose idea was it to dig the ditches to look over the H barriers? Whoever, someone tell me whose idea was
Captain. Private Cole.
Fucking great. That was outstanding. That's the kind of outside the box thinking I want to see when you're facing issues like that, where you're trying to look over something and you can't figure out how to do it. Because as soon as one of those went up, I saw like the entire compound is now lined with them. Who was the 50 gunner on the eastern part of the checkpoint, the part where there was no vehicles allowed through?
Private Stone and Specialist Tellez, sir.
Whoever fucking aced that guy in the head in your first shot from the 50, that was fucking outstanding too. He didn't stop. You gave him the warning shot. I think you might have taken his tire out, but as soon as you were told to light him up, that first round hit him right in the face. It didn't even have to shoot more than that. Last thing is, once you start taking accurate fire from a marksman, get your fucking ass to cover, guys. Like, you're literally standing there, not moving, not reacting, not doing anything. You just got shot in the fucking face from marksman fire, and then you get back up and you go right back to the same position, or you're 5 feet away from the guy who just got shot in the face from marksman fire, and you don't move at all. Like, so what do you think is going to happen? I heard like something like 6 to 10 guys get hit from that same marksman because you guys just are fucking sitting there not reacting to the marksman fire. That's the dumbest shit that I have seen. Like, you guys did some really good intuitive stuff, some really sharp shooting, sharp thinking tonight, and then at the end you just had this massive brain fart clusterfuck where you're just sitting there letting this marksman shoot you and not reacting to it at all. That is absolutely goddamn retarded. It's unacceptable. Like, you cannot sit there and not react to getting shot at and shot. Other than that, overall, it was a good mission. From my perspective, it was a good mission. That's all I got.
Thank you, Captain. Havoc 2, any notes?
Nothing for task force, Lieutenant.
All right, Havoc 4.
Thank you, sir. Whoever was providing those adjustments on Havoc Force fire missions, those were spot on and really appreciated. They made all the difference on the accuracy. That's all I have, sir.
All right, thank you, Sergeant. Dagger.
Nothing for Dagger.
All right. Fixed wing. Captain Soto.
Nothing for the 74th LT.
You know you're allowed to get out of the cockpit before you come to the debrief, right?
It takes a minute to switch the microphone from one to the other, so I didn't want to miss the debrief.
Just stop, please. Just okay. All right. Before anyone makes a Star Wars joke, Rotary.
You're welcome to Havoc 4. That's it, sir.
All right. And then Zeus.
Thank you, LT. I got nothing but praise for you guys tonight. I mean, you guys were fucking laser beams out there. I can't believe how accurate some of you guys were tonight. And to echo what the captain said, whoever the fuck that was on that 50, you saved a lot of motherfuckers because there was a lot of demo on that truck. So, nice fucking work. Hopefully you guys had a good time, but I cannot believe how fucking accurate all you guys were tonight. It genuinely surprised me with how quickly you were acquiring targets and eliminating them. So, nice fucking job. Keep that shit up, for sure. But that's all I got, LT.
Okay. Who was controlling the Op 4 on top of that 4-story with the marksman tonight, Top?
That was one of my other Ares operators.
Okay, because apparently it was noticed by our UAV that there was obvious reacting to comms. We would call them out on the roof, and then it would duck back inside, and then it'd go outside, and we'd call them out on comms, and duck back inside. So
it's something to watch out for. Because that was obvious enough to where the JTAX came to me and said this is a problem. So
it'll be taken care of.
All right, thank you, Top. All right, let's open this up to the floor. If anybody has a question or a comment for the task force as a whole, put a C or a Q in chat. All right, Sergeant Lurie.
Thank you, sir. Regarding Havoc Force fire missions, none of those fire missions sent out reached down to fire team level tonight. I sent up an inquiry on 2 occasions and received no response. That's all, sir.
I sent them down on platoon net every time.
Roger that. That seems more of a platoon issue, so please limit that to a platoon debrief. Let's see. Private Tigner.
Thank you, sir. I don't know if this was one of our squads or the enemy forces, but I heard a 40 Mike fired off inside the city.
Yes, A-firm. That happened one time, and I believe that was confirmed to be track IR.
Hunt
Not
IR?
track, excuse me, Hunt IR. Yeah, Hunt IR. So
Do you think this
sounds
is a
like
video
flow.
game?
Yeah, right. So that was confirmed and sent over company net. So it sounds like it was a breakdown in communication. Make sure that everybody knew that it was a Hunt IR round.
No, it was after the Hunt IR towards the end of the op.
That very well could have been Op 4, sir. I don't think you guys fired any 40 mics. And just to be clear on that, gentlemen, when you are being hit by those, the enemy does not use 40mm grenade launchers. They do not use 203s or 320s. They use GP25s. So just keep that in mind, because when we get word at an HQ level that guys are being hit by 40 mics, at least for myself, I automatically assume that's blue on blue, because we're the only guys that use fucking 40mm. So just keep that in mind. It's a GP25 if it's the enemy, unless they're using an M4 that has a 203 or a 320. But, you know, generally we're facing guys that have Russian equipment, which is using a GP25. So, like I said, just keep that in mind. Sorry, sir.
It's all good. Captain Soda, did you have something to add?
It was just in regards to the security on our air-to-ground net. We had to scramble our nets a few times just to kind of work on what we were working on there. So again, for Sergeant, sorry to beat a dead horse there on the Ares operators, but that's something that we've had to do in the past. So we implemented that same capability this time around.
Implemented what capability, Captain? Because I would like to know if you think that guys were reacting to your fire missions, because as far as I'm aware, you only were called in on one fire mission and there was nothing there for you to actually kill aside from my copy and paste. So I need some clarification on that.
We could chase that down after the task force debrief.
All right.
For Sergeant, unless you want to do it here. I don't mind either way.
Take care of it after.
All right. I don't see any other questions or comments in chat. Going once. Going twice. All right, thank you all. Good work, Task Force Bravo. You are all dismissed to your individual debriefs.
Havoc 2, my check.
Unit HQ, do we want to meet?
Yes.
Fucking mini game.
All right, second platoon, very nice job tonight. I was expecting that to be a complete disaster with the gates and the roadblocks, and you guys did that extremely well. I was up high, I could see the operations. You were checking VIX, you were doing it. I know that wasn't some of what we did tonight wasn't the most fun thing on earth. I mean, I've been there. I've been the guy who sat in a truck guarding a field for an entire 2 hours when I was a PV2. I know it's not fun sometimes, but you guys did a really nice job tonight. The communications I couldn't hear your squad nets, but the 2-1 and 2-2, y'all had to have been good because y'all were coordinating well. And we were trying to push you out a little bit outside the wire some. And if we didn't get everybody, I apologize. But just so everybody got to do something other than sit behind the HESCO barriers. And I wanted to echo. So I told Lieutenant Hammersmain in the middle of the mission the same thing the captain said. Whoever's idea that was to put the walls behind those HESCO barriers, that was brilliant. That was really, really smart. That's something I'm going to certainly tell people to do in the future. That was good thinking. That was because and oddly enough, I had told Sergeant Myers when we were planning this thing on Thursday that one of my concerns was there wasn't enough towers and enough stuff so we could see over the HESCO barriers, and you can't see over them. And y'all came up with the solutions. That's brilliant. Good work on that. I thought Platoon Net was still a little bit crowded, guys. You got a little bit too. We're starting to get a rhythm. We're starting to feel each other out a little bit, but it was a little crowded. I stepped on some people. I know I did tonight. I apologize for that. We stepped on each other a little bit, but in general, you were good. You were responding, squad leaders, to you were acknowledging orders, which is what I always want to see. And you were giving me pertinent information, like, hey, this is 2-3, we're coming back inside the wire, or this is 2-2, we're pushing up. Like, those are the kinds of things I need to know, because then I can relay it. Now, one thing I did do, I called every single time that friendly mortars went out, and I need you guys to push it down. That's important information. You need to push that information down to all the way down. And fire team leaders, if you hear from a squad leader, tell your guys what's going on. Try to tell your men as much stuff as you can, because remember what it was like being a PV2 or a specialist. You have such a microcosm of what's going on. I can see more than any of you. They can't see anything. So tell them what's going on. Let them know what's going on. It's more immersive, and plus a lot of times, especially, it'll help with blue on blues, but push information down. And some of you guys at the fire team level, when you were calling targets and you called them up, believe me, they get all the way up to me, and I relay them to the task force commander. So make sure you're pushing information up too. But overall, nice job. Sergeant Myers, did you have anything?
Nothing from me, LT, that I can think of right now.
Okay.
Oh, just some brief communication issues with myself and 2-3, but that's probably down to radio's been fucky.
Okay, yeah, that was something weird because like everybody could hear you except 2-3. So understood. So let's go through the squad. So 2-1.
Nothing for the task. Nothing for the platoon, sir.
2-2.
Thank you, sir. First, I want to apologize for not responding on comms. I was dealing with a massive technical issue. I couldn't even transmit on the radio, so apologies for that. Secondly, it threw me off at the beginning when we were parking the MRAPs. We had our pre-designed locations for 2-2 and 2-1 on the north and south side. However, 2-1 was not on their position. 2-1 was not located on the north side, equal to my Alpha Fire team on the north side. And thanks to Havoc 2-3, they put up some guys on the north side on the gate as well to help my guys out up there.
All right, well, that was what I was saying when we went in, was let's figure it out when we get there. And that's why I didn't assign you guys to sectors. I wanted you to sort of, I knew we had to be half on one side, half on the other, because as you saw, you couldn't move from one side to the other. But understood, but we made it work, and that's the important thing.
I understand LT, yeah. But there was no communication at that point.
Okay,
so
understand.
It was quite clusterfuck. That's all I got.
Okay. 2-3.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Nothing really. I guess I just we'll talk about those comms things later. So I don't believe I missed anything, and if I did, I called for it to be said again, I guess. So I'm not sure what was going on there.
Yeah, who knows? It's radios can be wonky sometimes. Sometimes, if by the way, guys, just as a lesson learned, if you're having troubles like that, just go over to TeamSpeak, restart it, and come back in. Sometimes I've had that happen where nobody could hear me, and that cleared it up.
Roger. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I actually don't think it was you. I think it was something with Sergeant Myers, honestly, because a couple people were having trouble hearing him.
Roger that.
2-4.
Thank you, LT. Nothing from 2-4.
Okay, we'll open it up. Questions or comments from everybody? All right, good first. Well, it had to be one. Private Lynch.
Thank you, sir. Sorry about that.
No problem.
I don't know if it's a glitch or if it's like you said I needed to restart my TeamSpeak, but when I was inside the gun truck out on the west, I could not hear anything going on outside of my truck, and it hampered a lot of things. Like people were coming up to the truck and saying stuff to me, and I could just barely hear them. So I don't know if that's something I jacked up on my end or if it's a known bug or.
I'm not sure. Sergeant Patty, you know anything about that?
I don't know what's causing it, sir, but I was having the same issue with other people's gunfire. For example, I was sitting right next to the 240 Bravo, and I could not hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, I have one thing to note about the recent T4 updates is that everyone is a lot quieter for me, and it's very difficult to hear people.
Same. Yeah, I was having the same thing.
So multiple people have different fixes for this. The best thing I've seen is either boosting your TeamSpeak or boosting your T4. This is not going to be covered to fucking tech support debrief. But yeah, there's talk to other people. There's certain ways of fixing it and making it better.
Sergeant Tell, do you have something about that?
Thanks, LT. During Task Force Alpha, there was at least one of the JTACs was swearing up and down afterwards that if he was too close to the Vic, then he couldn't hear anything. If he moved away from the Vic, then his radios worked. Some people were trying to think that that had something to do with the jamming system for IEDs. First Sergeant said that couldn't possibly be it, but regardless, there seemed to be going on. So that would kind of explain what the soldier in question there was talking about if he was in the Vic the entire time. But again, I don't know for a fact that's it, sir, but that's something that was being said.
Okay. Sergeant Salvatore?
Thank you, sir. What I've noticed is when I try to reach out for someone who is in a gun truck, I can hear them and they can hear me. You either have to find a solution to go in the truck and relay information to them, or get on team or squad net to do so.
Yeah, I think that part of that is just how thick they're bulletproof and they have thick glass and they're designed that way.
Safer.
Yeah, and I don't know if you were in the open turrets, if you were having the same problems, or it was just the guys down with the remote control guns, but it's something to consider. And hopefully we won't be, it's something we do need to work out though, because we're going to carry those crows we're going to use, and they will be part of our mission set. Okay. All right. Okay, well that's good to know. Specialist Masters, appreciate that. But squad leaders, that's something you can experiment with in squad training and let us know if you come up with a solution and what it is. With that, fill-ins, thank you very much. We always appreciate you tagging along, and we will. And squad leaders, these are full-blown patrol reports. So I want estimates of enemy killed, the full deal, and make sure you put your attendance and your fill-ins in there. And with that, you are dismissed to your individual debriefs.
Cool.
All right, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next week for Task Force Alpha, where I will be Zeus as always. So have a good one and take care.